Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about my new game and the concepts for it. But first, I have a question for you. What is a creacle? Let me explain. A creacle are these small little monsters I've been making. They can vary in type, size, they can be anything from a small mammal to some poisonous blob. Creacle is the game that I've been planning for the last couple months or so. It is a creature collector, hence the name, where you collect small monsters called creacle. My inspiration for making this has been I've always wanted to make a Pokemon-esque game, but add my own funky spin on it. And in this case, I've designed all the monsters myself. As you saw in the video where I made pixel art for 100 days, a lot of those designs are going to be redesigned as I've been making pixel art for another 100 days after that to really hone my skills. All of those creatures you just saw were in the latter half of those 200 days. So I would love to rehash some of my earlier designs and clean them up. I've been drawing for a solid while, and I've been really wanting to put these designs into a game, along with possible tile sets and the like. When developing a creature collector, at least for me, difficulty is a interesting hurdle, as I've played a lot of Pokemon games, and as I've continually played them, they've gotten easier. Now that makes sense, as, well, you get better at the games the more you play them, right? But something I've realized is a lot of Pokemon fans have to add extra challenges, whether that be Nuzlocks or not healing in the battles. My goal for this is to make a difficult-ish game where you can have a challenging and fun experience without adding any additional rules, but if you want to, you can add that just a little bit spice of challenge, and the game is still beatable. Something that would very much affect this would be the amount of variety in the teams you face. Now, when I've been playing through the most recent Pokemon games, I've realized that the teams you face are very simple. They all have maybe one or two very specific types on them, and they don't vary much. You would encounter a trainer, and they would use all fire-type Pokemon, or all water-type Pokemon, and you'd be able to just send out one of your guys and sweep their whole team. Now, that is a valid strat, and completely fair. But, for me personally, I've always found it more engaging when the teams you face have a heavy amount of variety in them. For example, having a fire type, a water type, an electric type, a grass type, and so on. It keeps the player on their toes, and it makes them think about the situation instead of just mindlessly mashing buttons and getting through the combat, which is what happens a lot in Pokemon. So for me as a dev, I realized that problem, and I wanted to try and make a game that would have that difficulty tweak, so to speak. Anyways, without further ado, I present to you Creacle. Currently, Creacle is in an idea phase, where I have a lot of designs, a fair bit of music, but no actual design progress, so to speak. So I can't show you any levels. But, nevertheless, I hope you join me on this wonderful journey. Anyways, I've been Fire. See ya!